We have finally reached the top of the hill. I've got the trail camera in my back and my backpack. We're going to reposition it on another feeder. And here's one of our stands. I'll get up there in a minute and give y'all a view from there. Let me get down to this feeder, put the trail camera in. I'll be right back with you. Well, we've got a bunch of hogs going to this feeder also, so that gives us 4 feeders that wild hogs are overrunning. One of the first clues is a hole like that. Deer don't normally dig holes. Where they're tearing the ground up. I'm going to get the trail cam attached and I'll be right back with you. Alright, I've got the trail camera set up in its new location. And this is one of the things I do not like doing, is I had to remove some limbs off this little pine sapling to get the trail camera in its position. And there's my pack and my rifle. See if this trail camera is going to take a picture. There it went. And the red flash was it. Okay, back on deer tracking. Is that we have come across the feeder. Now let's replace this feeder with a natural food source. Let's say this is an oak tree here. This area is full of acorns. So let's do a simulation. Instead of corn, just imagine acorns. Now what you're looking for, or what I'm looking for, is tracks. Fresh tracks. Remember it rained yesterday and last night. So we're looking along, looking at the ground, looking at some of the smaller saplings, smaller trees, brush, looking for scrapes. That's where the bucks will be marking their territory. And here are your deer tracks. They go off in that direction, but mixed in with the deer tracks are hog tracks. Okay, how do you tell the two apart? How do you tell wild hog from deer? That's very easy, very simple. It's no big deal. Wild hog, the tracks will be curved on both ends. Deer will be pointed on one end. This is a fine example of a deer track. Notice that one end is pointed and one end has a curve. This is an example of a hog track. See the curve on the end, and on this end there's a curve. So as you're looking along here, this is a good example of a hog track. Curve on one end, curve on the other end. Now, see if we can find us another deer track. A lot of wild hogs in here. That's looking back towards the feeder. I'm seeing more, well, there's some deer right there. That's another deer track, pointed on one end, rounded on the other end. And there's some older and fresh tracks, see. Some of these were washed out last night during the rain. And these are deer tracks. A little bit smaller deer. The point on the end and the other end is round. So maybe we'll have some good pictures with the trail cam next weekend. I'm trying to leave these cameras out, leave this one camera out at least 3 or 4 days, up to a week. Swap out the memory card, move the camera to its new location. I've tried to leave the camera, say a week and a half, 2 weeks at one spot, move it to the other spot. And there it is. And my rifle again, feeder, and the deer stands with it. Well, let me get my gear packed up. We're going to go up to the stand and take a look at it.